Hi, I hope everyone's doing well and had a great weekend. I figured I would give you a little bit of a life update. So, the last several weeks, I have been in and out of the hospital, and it has not been fun. I think I've had 4 surgeries, and unfortunately, none of them worked. So, back to the drawing board, like always. Never ending. I had some scans this week that, well, I guess I won't get into that right now, but weren't what we were hoping to hear. So I have more scans. However, I'm an idiot and completely spaced drinking the sledge crap that they make you drink before a PET scan. And so I noticed like an hour before I was supposed to be there, and you're supposed to start the regimen 4 hours. So I had to reschedule that, which means I had to reschedule my follow-up with my oncologist. So anyway, a lot of waiting, and try not to worry because worry doesn't change anything. So we're just trying to get through life and just hope every day that things get better eventually, and try to remain positive and go with the flow and enjoy the minutes that we can enjoy. I'm glad to be on here. I'm glad to see everyone, or I should say, glad to be seen. That alone is a gift each day. And for those of you who are struggling right now, just number one, know it can always get worse. So don't dare karma to come and get you. Just know that it has to get better, right? Like, how can it get worse? But then it does. And then it's hard. Life's hard. And yes, we have issues through life. Like I always used to say, the flat tire, like plan for it because it's going to happen, right? But on top of life, like the flat tire or the washer breaking or whatever, none of that stops just because you have cancer or some serious illness that's really hard to fight. But you just have to keep going on. And sometimes, on top of that, people also have to deal with a-holes in their life that you reach a limit to where you just really want to tell people what you think. But you try to keep it together, not lose your cool, not say something mean and cruel, even if somebody says those things to you. And life is what we make it. So right now, I'm trying to start a business that doesn't require solely me to rely on, and I'm going in with my friend and my son, and I'm not going to be too involved, but I just want to do something, because when you have your whole career that you worked so hard for 20 years and gave up so much for, when you have it ripped out of your hands because you can't do it anymore because of your health, God, it makes you feel useless, worthless. It's like I'm not a contributing member of society anymore. And that's a hard feeling. So I'm trying to work on that. I'm trying to fix it. I'm trying to move forward and stay positive and make money so that I can afford treatments that I need that we can't afford right now. And of course, my husband, who is the best husband in the universe. He's got his plumbing business up and running now. He's licensed, insured. Onyx Plumbing. 941-232-5260 is the phone number. And we are praying that he has success in this and that it gets us to a point where we can at least get the hole that we're in at least halfway filled in. Jeez, like, give us a little bit of a break, right? And this week I did lose my cool on this chick on the internet. We're all good keyboard warriors, you know. And she said something really mean to me because I just responded to a post, people having extra plant cuttings. So stupid. And this lady went off on me. And it makes me think, like, why did I get cancer? Like, I feel like I'm a nice person. I would do anything for anyone. Granted, it's for selfish reasons, right? Like, we do things for people because it makes us feel better about ourselves. It's just simple as that. It feels so good to be able to help somebody else in need, no matter what it is. Even if it's just an ear to listen, or a meal, or just something. Take something off someone's plate. Like, I don't know. I don't know why everybody isn't like that, but they should be, because it's rewarding and it gives you purpose. And when you can help somebody, it's just, it makes you feel good. So I don't understand why more people don't do it, but they don't. And some people are just aces in the hole. Like, I'm not going to cuss on here, but you all know what I'm talking about. Like, they're just jerks. And then, like, I've had some rough relationships in the past, and it took me a lot to get to the person I was really meant to be with, and the person that will actually support me and love me no matter what. Like, I had to go through the kissing frog thing that everybody has to go through. And I had some rough relationships, and we've all been there. And sometimes we have kids with these people because I don't know why. I honestly can't tell you. I did family law for like 10 years, and so many people, I don't know, I hate to use the word narcissist because I feel like it's so overused right now, but in gaslighting, it's just overused. However, I feel like you get stuck with these people, and once you have kids with them, you're stuck for freaking life. It's a life sentence with these people who make nonsense out of the smallest things. They want to just wave their hands in the air and say, oh, look at me, I'm so good because I did this one little thing. And meanwhile, you're like, I've done 52 of those little things. Like, give me a break. And yeah, I'm not the best parent right now. We all know that, I think. It's difficult because I don't get to go to a lot of their things. Like, I'm sick a lot, and it's hard to be able to make football games that are 2 hours away and stuff like that. So I'm not the best parent right now. And yeah, there's people that tell me that, and I'm like, dude, I know. But to be told that, like, my kids don't agree. My kids think I'm a great mom. But people are people, and we all have a mixture of emotions, and some people are empathizers, and other people have apathy. They just don't understand how to be a good person. They think the world revolves around them. They think that they're perfect and everybody else is awful. And it's a really tough place to raise kids in an environment like that when you constantly are getting put down from emails and text messages. And it's like, man, I'm just trying to fight cancer here, stay alive, be with my husband and be with my kids and get them settled into life. And of course, Jasper is there beside my side, you know. He's such a great son. And so is Jetty. And Jetty's turning into the most amazing young man. And then I also have my bonus kids, my Brandon and my Brady, and a plethora of other ones. And I love having the kids here yelling and screaming in my house. I love Jetty having all his friends here, and Jasper doesn't love it so much. And they go into his room and they trash in it, and then he'll like throw a football or something at Jetty, and then I normally get an email about my violent son, who is the chillest kid in the world. So I get where people struggle with dealing with narcissistic exes, and I 100% can be a listening ear, a leaning shoulder, I should say. And we can get through it together, right? That's kind of the motto. It's like you go through life and you pick out the people that help you move forward and grow, and get away from the people that shrink you, belittle you, degrade you. Who needs that crap? Like, life's hard enough. Like, get out of here. Like, no thank you. And I'm very fortunate that my circle is all about people helping people, being there, drop everything to get to a friend in need. I have a dear friend I've known since I was in the 3rd grade, and she came over to my house today. She was gonna help me learn QuickBooks, and then we decided that just talking was a little bit better, and so we didn't get too much done. However, we decided that QuickBooks is kind of expensive, and I don't have the money for that crap, so we X'd the QuickBooks and spent 3 hours talking about anything and everything, and how our lives have came full circle from when we were little girls to here we are, middle-aged, raising our kids. And you know, all of my friends are getting to that next stage in their life where, you know, you don't have to worry about money. You have a little more time on your hands. Your kids are a little older. And it's really like the best time of your life. You've got the money to go have fun, go out to eat, go travel the world and do all the things and buy all the purses and the shoes. And it's really unfortunate because I was right there. And the world came crumbling down. And it happens to the best of us. And 1 in 8, you know, it's actually really 1 in 6, because the 1 in 8 doesn't count pre-cancer, which is DCIS. And that's where it's contained inside of the milk duct. It's when it goes out of that it becomes cancer. And that's the kind I got. And then it goes to your lymph nodes, and then it just keeps going because it's cancer, and it sucks. And it's hard, and you become a human pincushion. Like, I have no veins in my arms, and every time I go to the hospital, I get a new warning bracelet on my arm for something. It's like when you have lymph nodes removed, you can't get needles or blood pressure in that arm ever again because of the risk of lymphedema. And so I only have my left arm to work with, and there's one vein that's like underneath a nerve, so whenever they do get in there, it hurts like a mofo. And normally it's the 9th time they're trying to get into a vein, and when you need to get CT scans, they have to have them up a little higher on your arm for the injection to go through properly, and they can never get them. It is insane. Like, I miss my port. Like, I lost it because I had a mass on my heart, and they weren't sure if it was coming from my port. So they had to remove it. And now we know I have a clotting disorder. And so they won't let me have another port because it's a high risk of clotting with them. So I'm just stuck, like, getting poked and prodded countless times. It's insane. Like, every time I go to the hospital, I get upset just going there because I know I'm going to get poked and prodded. They're not going to know what the heck is wrong with me. Any ER doctor looks at me and they're like, has this really happened to you? Like, have you had all these things? Like, is this messed up? Is this 10 different patients? No, it's just me. It's just, I don't know where I went wrong in life and what I did to deserve this. But I'm also glad that it happened to me and not one of my friends that I love and adore. So I would rather take the pain and the suffering for 30 people than for 30 people to have to go through this, because it's not easy. And I've said from the very beginning that I don't know how someone who suffers with mental health, depression, anxiety can go through this, because it is such a mind game. Like, every single day I have to wake up and I have to commit to being in a positive space, because I wake up in pain. I wake up throwing up. I wake up miserable. Sometimes I can't feel my legs, or sometimes it feels like my legs have most times it feels like my legs have bricks laying on them. Like, it's just never ending, and I need so many surgeries done, and I can't get healthy enough to have the surgeries. So we're jerking around trying to figure out. My current problem is that I can't eat and sometimes drink. So, and I'm not talking about alcohol. Hans turned our beer fridge into a liquid and shore fridge. I'm not happy about it. Like, the only way that I can drink that stuff is if I added some vodka or rum. I haven't, because I don't really drink, but if I'm on vacation, that's when I drink. But it's like, I will take a drink or eat food. It could be the smallest thing. And it's like, it gets like all the way down to like my chest. And then I feel like I'm choking. And I can't catch my breath. And I'm coughing and I'm wheezing. And it is the worst thing. And they've done all these different studies, procedures, tests, stretched out my esophagus, did some ballooning down in my the lower, whatever's below your esophagus, and nothing has fixed it. So I have a really hard time eating, even though I'm getting fat. Like, even look at my little double chin. I'm getting the waddle. Does anyone remember Ally McBeal? Oh my God, I love that show. The waddle. That guy thought it was a sexy thing, so hey, I don't know. So anyway, that's the battle that I'm fighting right now, is trying to figure out how to eat and drink and be merry. And I hope you all cherish every single day that you get to wake up and get out of bed, even if that's the only thing that you can do that day. Just make the effort. Decide ahead of time you're going to do it. Lay out your clothes for the next day. You can do it. You can get through whatever it is that you're going through. And if you're in a position where your life's grand, go find some people that their life isn't grand and make a difference in their lives. Like, I swear, you will feel so good about yourself. Even if it's making a lasagna for somebody. Actually, lasagna is kind of time consuming. Like, I don't know. Go buy a pre-made meal at Publix, or give someone a DoorDash gift card, or send someone a pizza. Like, the littlest things. I'm starving because I can't eat, so everything I'm saying revolves around food. I went and got some bubble gum because I was like, well, maybe I can at least chew some gum. And my filling fell out. And I don't have the money to get my filling fixed. So that hurts. But such is life, right? We just keep going, one foot in front of the other. I hope you all are thriving, every single person that's watching this. And if you need an ear or a shoulder to lean on, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I feel like so many people don't want to bother me, but you're not a bother, I promise. Plus, focusing on other people's problems is way easier than focusing on your own, right? So please, do not hesitate. Reach out to me. I put makeup on for you all. I haven't done that in a very long time. And my husband's not even home. He's at work, so poor guy. He's the best. Thanks all for watching. Please subscribe, like my channel, share it. Maybe I can make some money to pay for at least one of my prescriptions on here or something like that. Love you all. Have a good day.